Hello everyone. So I quite enjoyed the last video and making it, and I thought I'm going to make another one today. So what I'm thinking today is I will actually look through some of the properties that are available in Glasgow, and you will see my process and my thinking for how to find an investment property. So let's just get straight to it. First thing I do is open Rightmove. There is plenty of off-market deals, estate agent, direct to vendor, all of this stuff, which is great, but I also think Rightmove has got a lot of potential deals, so I would just start there. I would put in Glasgow. I quite like minimum of 2 bedrooms up to 100k. And that's pretty much all the criteria that I have. Then we sort it by the newest listed first, just to see what's here. And because I already know Glasgow and I already know the sort of the areas that I like, I would usually look in from the centre all the way to the east. So this is my target area. I think there's some good opportunity in the south, some good opportunity in the north, of course in the west also. However, my expertise is more in the east. So there's opportunity everywhere, but I know the areas in the east more, so that's what I try to stick to, unless there's an insanely good deal somewhere in a different area, in which case I will have a look at it. So going back to the list, firstly you see a deal here, Gallowgate, 25,000. You think, look, nice looking house, fantastic, might go for that one. Then you read it and it says that's a 25% share, so that's only a quarter that you get. Shared ownership is not something I'm very interested in, so I skip right past it. Kilsyth, Cumbernauld are not really the areas that I usually look at. Delman Street is in Easterhouse, close to where I live, so I would open that one to have a look. The price also seems reasonable. I would continue going down. In here, Dunatar Street, I know that's been on the market for a really long time, so it presents an opportunity, but it also means that the investors are not happy with something there. It says terraced, but it's not actually terraced, it's a flat, so also a misrepresentation, and I find that this agency gives properties with quite low rents, so I will skip through that one. Let's see what else is available. East Kilbride is a bit far, so I can afford to be quite fussy now because the prices are good, so I can be fussy sometimes. I quite like Shettleston, so let's open that one. Quarantine, good price, but future property auctions again are a bit more tricky. Online auctions in 2 days, 27th of Feb, so I have to be pretty ready for that. Also it says rented at $475 per month, which with the current market rate is a bit low. So let's keep looking. That road there is not far, I think it's close to Craigend, so we'll have a look at this one as well. What else? Sandy Hills. Again, relatively good, but flat for 100k, quite expensive. Let's open it and see if there's anything interesting there. Home report, Moodysborne, I know it's a bit far, but it says offers over 85, home report 100, so let's open that as well. We'll have a look at this one as well, and that one. I don't know where Brand Street is. This I have no idea what that is, but it says close to the city centre, so let's open it and have a look. Those types of flats are quite nice, so let's also open this one. And get to the bottom of this page, see if there's anything else that takes my fancy. This looks interesting, probably a good project, but I'm not looking to go into East Dunbartonshire, so that's not for me. So now let's see what we've opened. So the first one we have here, Denman Street. Let's have a look at the pictures. It's a relatively okay looking flat. They have a virtual tour available. Seems nice and fresh inside, but it could just be the landlord that, or the previous owner that have painted it quickly before selling. Oldish kitchen, but not terrible. Can be some cupboards there. Can paint the doors, change the handles. Small things can be done there potentially. Old fridge that needs to go, but it doesn't really matter because overall it seems relatively okay. Doesn't need huge amounts of work. Looking at this is an electric radiator. I don't tend to like electric radiators that much because they are more expensive. So once you get the tenants in, the tenants might not be completely happy with the high electricity bills. So it's something just to keep in mind. There are usually less maintenance requirements for them, which is good for you, because with gas heaters, gas radiators, I've had leaks, all sorts of stuff where flow has to be lifted, the downstairs ceiling has to be destroyed. Once they leak, it can be a nightmare. So you don't have that issue here, but you have potentially higher bills for the future tenants, so you have to weigh that up. The windows look quite older style, so would potentially benefit from changing from what I can see, but overall quite impressed. This needs renovation. I don't like those old style roofs, old style ceilings, sorry. But it can all be done if needed and if the price is right. That's cool. Now they started doing those 3D images and stuff. The estate agents are trying to become more technologically savvy. Okay, so we got that. We can see 65 square meters. Floor plan you don't always get, which says 67, so 65, 67 square meters, 2-bedroom, decent size. Offers over 74,000. I quite like that. Relatively decent price. We'll see if there's anything in the description. Usually they just copy and paste stuff. It's like great amenities, great shops, blah, blah, blah. Usually a lot of it is nonsense, but this in particular doesn't have any useful information for me. Brochures is usually a copy and paste, but in a PDF format. I've put in the EPC rating, but they forgot to put the arrow, so you can't see what the EPC is. Let's have a look. So floor plan we've seen, PDF we've seen, virtual tool we've seen. Okay, so based on all the stuff I have seen so far, I would say this is a good contender. So what I need to do now is get the home report, check what the valuation is. It's probably the 75 or 80,000. Try to budget a refurb, how much it would need, have a viewing to have a look at it. Check the EPC, make sure it's not too low. If it's around about between C and E, I would say it's okay, because improvements can be made to get it up. If it's probably down at the very bottom, you don't want to go ahead with it. So for this one, what I'll be doing is calling the agent, getting the home report, booking the viewing, and then potentially putting an offer in. Very, very good potential. One thing I do sometimes is have a look on Street View. So this is Denmiln Street. I know this quite well. Some of the houses are very, very destroyed at the back, which we can potentially see in here. But those ones actually seem okay. So I don't know when those Google images were taken, but overall, quite lucky actually. Usually I would open it and close it straight away. This is a really good potential, so we'll keep that one open. Let's go to the next one. This one is in Shettleston, more desirable area, quite an interesting style of traditional housing, which I like. A bit of darkness here, that might need a bit of work. There's 2 floors, which makes it good and bad in a way. I mean, less neighbours is good, but then also less neighbours is bad, because if something goes wrong, there's less people to share the cost. Inside, it looks like it's either been staged or it's just nicely done. You have curtains, everything. So it looks Yeah, well, that's an oldish kitchen, but they've painted some of the doors and units, so that's not bad. Old door. Yeah, probably have gas central heating in here. It can be electric boiler, but it's quite rare. Usually it's gas boilers in here. Again, I'd say this one needs less work. I really hate those tiny bedrooms. What can you do with this space? It's quite difficult to make smart use out of it. And also I don't really like those divides, but that's just personal taste. Yeah, I mean, who wants to live in a room like that? Imagine you just wake up and you have this tiny space and that's it. Not ideal, but maybe for children, or if someone is willing to take that lifestyle, it could be possible. Bathroom, backyard, and quite nice and neat up front. Okay, so obviously this one is 100k, so it's a lot more. 62 square meters, so it's slightly smaller than the one you've seen, but it's closer to the center. So you can see in here we were looking at Easter House, which, if I try to find it, is around here. This one is Shettleston, so it's closer to the center in a relatively decent area. So what do they tell us about this one? There's again no EPC, so we don't know what that is. We don't know what the home report value is, and they want over 100k. So yes, potentially a decent investment, but I don't think I'll get the same return as I would with some of the other properties of this type, and there still needs little touches. So for me, at this point in time, that's a little bit overpriced. Has it got its own entrance? Yeah, direct entry. Okay, it's got its own entrance. That adds quite a bit to the value. You don't have to go through a shared area. But still, over 100k, so quite an expensive one. So in this one, I'm in two minds, so I'll keep it for now. But potentially need to see it and take it from there. Next one is Pendine Road. Let's remind ourselves, is that in the Craig End like I thought? No, it's not. It's not at all actually. Craig End is up there. So it's close. It's in Garrow Hill, which is just down from Easter House. Okay, so this one, let's have a look at the pictures. Interesting, look at the colour, look at the red, I like it. They've put some effort into not refurbing it all, but just making it look nice, which seems like not a bad thing. It feels a bit homely, so I quite like that. They're probably going to claim it's a full refurb, everything brand new, which I wouldn't say is the case, but decent condition, so not bad. Open plan kitchen, decent sized bedroom. The second bedroom is also a bit better from what I can see. Yeah, with a little wardrobe and stuff. TV split across two cabinets, interesting. This looks like just a toilet, is that on? Ah no, it's split, okay, so you have the shower in there and then the toilet in there. Again, gas central heating. Okay, relatively nice, I would say. Offers over 95, so for me, EPCC, so it kind of ticks all the boxes. This is the one that if you don't want to go for a renovation and go through all that hassle, this is potentially a good one to buy and then rent relatively soon. Let's see, recently sold or nearby, so you had flats being sold for 90k, 95k, 64k, but that's on a different road. But on that road, 90 and 95k in the last couple of years, and they want offers over 95k. So you're probably slightly over what the other ones are selling, but it's in decent condition. A flat like this, I would imagine, will bring potentially 700 to 850 pounds a month. So let's just have a look at what that means. Let's open this one. Open it like that. Open the calculator. So say you can get it for £800 a month, times that by 12, 9.6k a year. If you can get it for 100, just a very simple calculation, you're looking at potential 9.6% return. Yes, you have to take into account the taxes, ADS, legal fees, any little refurb that you may have, but overall a fairly decent property to buy, quickly rent out, move on to the next one. It's not really BRRR, you're not going to refinance it most likely, you'll have to leave quite a lot of money in, but not a bad property. So far so good, I'm really impressed with the ones we've seen so far. So let's move on now, because I want to show you one that I wouldn't be interested in, but I don't know if I'm going to like them all in the end. So this one again, separate entrance, I really like that. Walking in, I don't like wallpaper, but it seems to be not peeling or anything, so it's not bad. Seems to have, I can't tell what kind of radiators they are. Kitchen relatively tidy, not too bad. Got a light bulb. Yeah, sort of disability converted bath, which you probably wouldn't keep, so that one will need a new bathroom most likely, or a conversion where you change remove the toilet seat and stuff, make that into cheap conversion can be make this into a normal toilet, and here put a shower cabin and keep the curtain. That's the cheap and crap way, but ideally I would just change this and modernize all of it as much as possible to make it into a nice bathroom. Again, the ceiling that I don't like, but it is what it is. Yeah, relatively small things can be done there. The backyard looks quite tidy. Good view. It's upstairs, so you have probably just one neighbour. Your own entrance. Yeah, quite nice. Quite nice, I would say. You have a DIY floor plan, quite basic. 72 square meters. Good size. This one's got the home report, so let's see if we can get that. Let's check. Okay, I should get the home report for that one now. Okay, again, relatively good property. So far today, they've all been good, so it's quite a difficult one. Okay, let's go for the next one. This one is in Moodiesburn, which is completely out of the way, but there's a fair bit of demand for accommodation there, because I know that my family's got a flat nearby and that gets rented quite easily. It's also relatively quiet and the neighbours have been quite good so far. So with that in mind, let's have a look. Quite nice, newish built house, it looks like. Old storage heaters, I don't like that. That will need to get changed to either new storage heaters or some other system. Okay, an okayish bathroom, bedroom, bathroom, yeah. Wait, where's the bathroom? I meant kitchen. So this kitchen is quite okay. Bedrooms are okay. Bathroom looks pretty crap. Needs to be renovated. Ideally, I mean, people rent it like that, but I think it would be not fair to give this crappy bathroom to a tenant. Yeah, this is all quite neat, so probably a high factoring fee. But yeah, your electric central heating, 2 double bedrooms at 85,000 and a home report of 100,000. So again, potential there. Flat like this probably can get £800 a month. So obviously take away all your fees, your factoring, etc., and then you might still end up, depending on what price you buy it at, you might end up at a decent with a decent deal. So that's really annoying. Usually I close them so fast. Honestly, this has been very, very lucky set that I've opened. Okay, looks like this one might be the one I'll close. So this one is in Castle Milk, so that's north Sorry, south. I don't know. I don't know much about Glasgow. I'm just pretending. So we've got 2 bedrooms here, bathroom, kitchen. Probably brochure that again doesn't give us anything I would expect. Let's wait for that to open. Yeah, just pictures. Nothing on EPC. Yeah, I don't know why they make those. Completely useless, to be honest. So let's have a look. We open that. I don't love the look of this, but might not be that bad. Inside, okay, it looks decent. Again, what the hell? Decent kitchen, relatively modern. Boiler oldish, but again can still be have some of those boilers, and some of them have been quite okay. You do a repair for a couple of £100 and it lasts another few years, and as long as you keep on top of all the services and safety checks, you might be okay. Wow, very decent inside. Modern toilet, good angles, towel heater, even a little thing to look outside. Wow, very impressed. Okay, there might be a little bit of a weird look, but actually very decent. What does it look like with a street view? Okay, looks not bad, looks quite green around. Again, a place like this, you could again get about £800 a month, so at this price, wow, really, really good and very lucrative investment, I would say. Let's keep going. Next, G33, let's have a look where that is. So this is above Fort and Easterhouse, so not ideal location. A little bit far from the centre. Going to a closing date this Friday. It's got 2 bedrooms, EPC of F. I'll probably find the same for some of the other flats and close them. EPCs are debatable. Some people that do them aren't fully consistent, I would say, but that would concern me, and F would concern me. That could potentially mean windows changing and loads of different measures too. Yeah, those stuff. Little electric heaters. Yeah, it needs a full refurb in the kitchen. Look at all that. This is all the potentially a rewire. That's, yeah, we've got a property similar to that right now, and the refurb for that is an absolute nightmare. All the cables are outside, that needs to be sunk into the wall. The plugs need to be buried in the wall as well. You've got some potential mold issues. The bathroom is horrible. So a flat like this, has it got its own entrance? Let's have a look. It probably does. It probably has its own entrance. At a block of 4, so 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will have its own entrance. So it might be worth it, but with this one, I would personally recommend buying something like this but ready, because you could probably get that for 100k. You can probably get that in a relatively good condition where you don't need to do the work, or you can buy this one for 80, 85. You'll be 20 grand into the refurb before you know it. Once you get the plasters in, if you realise you need a rewire, get the electricians in, get the floor sorted, get all the walls sorted, get a new kitchen, get a new bathroom, you'll be over 20 grand very quickly, unless you're a builder and you can do everything yourself. This one, as much as it looks attractive from the start, it's not for me. Also, the issue with this one is that it's quite far away from the centre, so the area is not ideal. It's a little bit far. So this is the first one, that's a definite no. And this one was a little bit of a unknown. So what have we got here? We've got 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. This is the flat. Above, yeah, kind of some shops on the bottom, and then the traditional building and some industrial units, which can mean that it's noisy depending on what they're doing there. It needs a new bathroom, I think it's safe to say. Look at this. I mean, they probably made it blurry on purpose because of how horrible it is. It's got a toilet seat of this. That's an absolute joke, man. I don't know how people are. All these tiles will need to go and this will need to be redone. Is it separate? Is this little separate toilet, separate bath? Yeah, new bath. New bathroom, new kitchen. Okay, so this one full refurb. It's quite clear. Please note that this is a corporate entity and as such the property is to be marketed as sold as seen. So maybe a corporate is selling that, which is okay. The price is very attractive here, 55k. You might be able to do a refurb say for 25, 30k. You might be up to 80, 85,000. So it's just seeing whether flats can be above that value after you finish the refurb. EPC is borderline D, but as you change windows and do some work, it will go up. And what is it? Is it very central? It is. It's not bad. It's just on the way to Shawlands along that street, so you literally just keep going up that way. You end up at Glasgow Central and stuff. So very decent potential there. Did not expect that for a street view. How did they record inside? How did they record street view inside of a shop? This is, I've never seen that before. Apologize about this. Okay. Okay, yeah, I know this quite well actually. I've washed my car in here before when I used to live in Shawlands. So I would say this is good. This is quite a good location. But don't take my word for it. Let's see what's sold. So nearby, 63k, 126k, 87k. Obviously we don't know how comparable or not they are, but the prices can get up there. So again, this one with the right refurb can be tenanted, I would say, very quickly. Let's check, does it have gas? Can we change the boiler and have gas? Can't really tell from those pictures, can you? Just says sold as seen. It might or might not have gas, but either way, this is potentially a good investment. This could be one where you end up at 80k and then it's worth over 100. So this one I would keep, although it looks crap. It's not a huge flat from what I can see, so the refurb can probably be done relatively quickly. And then you might be onto the money and you might be onto a very nice property. So this one I would visit, see how the neighbours are, see how it's how well it's maintained, check the factor, and if all is good, this one I would be interested in. Next one, G32. So let's check what that is. Quarantine, close to Denniston. Denniston is a very trendy area now. Greenfield is in a lot of demand. Very good area. Separate entrance, love it, really good. Price I don't love, because that can mean 110, 120, who knows. 66 square meters, decent size. Doesn't need a refurb. Debatable, but probably not. I mean, this is peeling, so probably a bit of peeling the wallpaper off and plastering. Kitchen can be salvaged, still relatively fresh, so I think that can be worked with. Bedrooms seem okay. Quite small, but relatively functional. You've got the old radiators, but those can be replaced easily if needed, or they could work perfectly. You've got the shower cabin, a bit dated, but this can be done. You can put a modern toilet and change a bit in there. I don't really like this sort of wraparound thing, but you know, this can be changed for like a unit with a sink. Those things are not super expensive and can be done relatively easily. You can wet wall it or change the tiles, but it's not an urgent fix, which is good. Okay, decent garden in the back. Okay, this one, desirable area, offers over 100, probably 850 a month rent, so might not be as great a return, but good capital appreciation, good area, really good asset to have. So look guys, I wanted to open 10 tabs, show you how only like one of them, close 9 of them. Explain to you why. I got extremely lucky and somehow pretty much all the properties I opened were good. But hopefully that gives you an idea of how I look for properties. I also check mortgages in here. I've opened a tab here. So for example, if you're buying at 100,000, you'll need 25% deposit. So you check 75,000. Say the interest is around 5% now, and then here is just a good way to see. So if you do the payment mortgage, you'll be at 439 a month. Interest on the mortgage, you'll be at 313 per month for 25 years. And here is just quite a handy tool just to play with the numbers and see how things change. Obviously interest only, it doesn't really change the monthly payment, the term that you have. However, repayment mortgage does change it quite a bit. So this one I use just to understand the sort of monthly liability that we might be getting ourselves into. Sold prices I sometimes look at for the areas around, but you've got that handy tool of recently sold or under offer, which is where you can find all of that stuff anyway. Alright, so I better get talking to some of those estate agents, see if I can see some of those flats and see if I can add something to the portfolio, but hopefully that was useful. Hopefully you understood my way of thinking. It's not, I've got a very small portfolio, my family's got a very small portfolio, so we're not experts, we're not telling you how to grow it into from 0 to 1 million in a month. I think this is quite a slow term growth. However, that's just my experience and I wanted to share it with you guys. So looking forward to making more videos and thank you for your time.